Okay, all of the games you just saw there were running via Linux. Now, many people want to abandon Windows and embrace Linux, but they don't because of the state of gaming. Now, to be honest, gaming is in a pretty healthy state on Linux at the moment, thanks mainly to things like Valve, SteamOS, and of course, better support for Nvidia graphics cards. But if you couple that with the price of high-end GPUs and the recent spike in RAM prices, then maybe it's time you consider cloud gaming, specifically GeForce NOW running natively on Linux. So if you want to find out more, please let me explain. So first of all, what is GeForce NOW? Well, it's Nvidia's cloud gaming service where the games that you own in libraries like Steam and Epic are available to be played on high-end Nvidia RTX rigs up in the cloud and then streamed down to your PC. That means there are no downloads, no installs, and you get access to high-end RTX GPUs. So how does that work? Well, basically you already own games in your Steam library, in your Epic library and so on. You link those libraries with GeForce NOW and then you can play them on Nvidia's RTX rigs in the cloud. That means you get ray tracing, you get DLSS, okay, and those are rendered and then streamed down to your PC. And because of things like adaptive bitrate, it can crush lag. Because of the high in compression encoding, H.264, H.265, you get high frame rates. There are over 4,500 games supported in GeForce NOW, and of course they're updated, all the bug fixes, the latest patches all happen automatically up in the cloud. You don't need to worry about that. Cloud saves work like on a regular PC, and they're up there in the cloud, saved on that virtual computer for you, and you can even change devices and your saves are still going to be there. Now, Nvidia offers 3 levels of GeForce NOW membership. A free tier, which is a basic introduction to GeForce NOW with standard access to gaming servers, limited sessions length. Expect playable frame rate and an introductory level gaming experience without the benefits of RTX and ray tracing. If you go up to the first paid tier called Performance, you get priority access to gaming servers with higher class GPUs. You get RTX for stunning visuals, and you can play up to 60 FPS at 1440p. And then if you go for Ultimate, the highest tier option, including exclusive access to the latest RTX 5080 GPU servers, members will be able to stream at up to 5K at 120 FPS on PC, Mac and now Linux, up to 1080p and 360 FPS again on PC, Mac and Linux. So GeForce NOW is a native Linux application that allows you to play AAA games in the cloud on our favourite open source OS. It's initially being released as a beta supporting Ubuntu 24.04, but it's a native application giving you access to those 4,500 plus games on your Linux machine. So as well as Ubuntu 24.04, you need a relatively modern GPU. That means that one that supports H.264 or H.265 in hardware, and there are Vulkan drivers available for it. So that means basically a GeForce 10 series GPU or newer, and there is also support for Intel and AMD GPUs. On the CPU side, you don't need much, maybe a dual core at 2 GHz, 4 gigs of RAM. Obviously the more you've got the better. That's pretty low entry requirements. Connecting to one of your libraries is really easy. Here I am connecting to my Epic library, and it's all just automated inside of the app. Obviously you have to log in, but it all just handles it really well. The frame rates are pretty impressive. It's always a question when I hear about something being in the cloud. I'm like, really? Is that going to work? But it's amazing. I'm getting 60 FPS on full HD straight out of the box. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K gaming monitor, so I couldn't test higher. But if you fiddle with the different settings that are available, I could easily bump that up to 120 FPS on full HD. So this cloud gaming service is fast and low lag. About half the games in the GeForce NOW library are instant play, that literally you just hit play and up comes the game. About other half you have to install. Now it's not like an install on your local PC, it's not going to use any space up on your local PC, but when you have one of the paid tiers, you do get 100 gigabytes of virtual storage, and you install the games into there. So you just go through the normal install process like you would for any game really on Steam or Epic, and rather than it doing it onto your hard drive, it does it onto that 100 gigabytes of storage. And once it's installed, it becomes instantly available, where you can just hit that play button and you get instant play. Now, I've been using the native Linux version of GeForce Now for a few days, and it has been a joy to use. Now, Nvidia are tentatively releasing this as a beta, but actually I haven't experienced any problems whatsoever. No dropouts, no disconnects, no error messages. It has worked pretty much stable since the moment I first fired it up. So all I can say is, since there's a free tier as well, go give it a try. Okay, that's it. My name is Gary Sims. This is Gary Explains. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Love to hear your thoughts about native GeForce Now support on Linux. Do let me know what you think about that. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel, and please consider supporting the channel by joining as a member. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.